down the clock. Do I need to tell you that it's not over yet? Fires downfield, it is picked off. They pick off Patrick Mahomes. The Bills come from behind. They're going to beat the Chiefs 24-20. What a game it has been.
It was that, a 4-point win for Buffalo. Tim Hasselbeck back to discuss, and it's a regular season game. And Buffalo won there last year. So they know it's not the prize. I know it's not the prize. But I'm always interested. I'm looking for tells of what it means. What do you have for me that gives us an idea of what this meant to Buffalo?
Look, I think one of the tells is the reaction afterwards. The reaction afterwards from Sean McDermott, who, remember, used to coach for Andy Reid. Like, that was his boss. And Andy's been super successful. So to beat that team coached by Andy in his own building with that quarterback is significant. Sean McDermott's a former defensive back coach. To turn Patrick Mahomes over at the end of the game, end the game with the ball in your hands, that's different as well. It felt different to me watching it. It had to feel different for him coaching it. And I think there's a confidence boost that can come with that.
I would just think stopping Mahomes in a game, even if it's not symbolic because you won the game, but you couldn't in the playoffs. This isn't the playoffs, but again, they go into Arrowhead and they get this victory. We were joking about, like, picking a kid in kickball. There was always that kid that could kick it over a house, right? Well, it feels like Allen and Mahomes both could. There's no wrong answer here, but you got to drive. You got to go the length of the field. You got to pick a guy. One of these two. Who are you picking?
Would not have been my answer 2 years ago, but it would be Josh Allen today.
Why is it different now?
And it's different now because of what he's doing pre-snap. He's better than he was earlier in his career. He's so good post-snap, and then he just finds a way as a runner. Gotta have it situations. You said it in the highlight you read. Like, oh, here comes the run where he's hurling guys, and you're like, wait, what just happened? I just think he's doing so much well right now. Like, I mean, I don't know what he's not doing great right now. I mean, he's just been so good at everything.
I agree with that as well. I think going back to the reaction, Bills Mafia, they take over most stadiums. Arrowhead's not one you can take over. You're gonna have a hard time getting tickets. But you saw him with the few folks that were in the place in blue. It was October. It was a cool Sunday, wasn't it?
Well, sure.
Tim, I appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you next time. Yeah. Dolphins and the Vikings. Miami third-string quarterback Skylar Thompson in action. Tua Tagovailoa. Hopefully we'll be back for the Dolphins soon. They get the Steelers next Sunday night. It's scoreless in the second. Thompson was under duress, hit hard on the play, a right thumb injury. He was unable to continue. Now, Teddy Bridgewater, who cleared concussion protocol, had to come in for Thompson. And with the Dolphins down 7-3, Bridgewater looking for Jalen Waddle, but the ball pops up into the air. Harrison Smith's on it. The ball never touched the ground. Bobble off Eric Hendricks' helmet. A whole lot going on there, but the Vikings are able to turn that turnover into 3 points. They lead 10-3. Third quarter. I got an idea. Throw it to Justin Jefferson. Hey, that sounds smart. Let's do it. 6 catches, 107 yards. Big gain for Minnesota. Now it's time for battling white guy gritties. First, I give you Adam Thielen. Vikings missed the extra point, by the way. It's 16-3. In the middle, we'll give you this Teddy to Tyreek Hill completion after Bridgewater avoids trouble, and then, my gosh, that guy's speed is breathtaking to see, even on a 22-yard game. Mike Gesicki. Now, I think he said he was horrified earlier this year after he, yeah, okay, all right. Oh, keep it going. Keep it going. Why wouldn't you? 16-10 game. After a Vikings 3-and-out. Miami. Oh, they're in business. They go, oh, there's Waddle. The ball's out. Cameron Bynum recovers. Waddle, who had a big day, did so much to give his team a chance. Livid with himself as the ball comes out. 2 plays later, you got 3.5 in the game. You've got to get a stop. You cannot have this if you're Miami. There goes Dalvin Cook. They get the 2-point conversion. Miami would score, a little window dressing late. Mike McDaniel says, we're not losing because of the quarterback injuries.
I'm going to demand that the team does not point at that to be a reason for what's happened or reason for the loss. I think that's the easy thing to do. I think that's the path of least resistance. And generally, the path of least resistance doesn't lend the results that ambitious, convicted, all-in players, team, organization want.
I'm really, really proud to be 5-1 right now. We talked last night about any way it would take, any means necessary to get to 5-1 going into this bye. They've battled for us. They've done everything we asked. I love this team and cannot wait to get our next opportunity.
Now we talk about the Giants and people sleeping on them. The Minnesota Vikings are 5-1. They and the Eagles, who are the one team to beat Minnesota, the only teams to rank inside the top 10, both forcing turnovers and preventing giveaways. Value the football, man. It matters. They've gone an NFL best 4-0 in one-score games. That's another difficult thing to do. And Justin Jefferson, as you know, is just impossible to stop. He's responsible for an NFL high 43% of the team's receiving yards. He played with that guy in college. Joe Burrow back in Louisiana, wearing the Jamar Chase jersey that he wore when they won the title in this building. Burrow commemorates his first appearance back in the Superdome. That way, he's always going to be loved in this state. Even if he's wearing the road team's jersey, he hits Joe Mixon here, ties things up at 7s. Andy Dalton, he might become the starter regardless. Even when Jameis Winston's completely healthy. There goes Rashid Shaheed. And the Saints lead 14-7. Burrow. Bengals said they wanted to get Tyler Boyd more involved. They did. 21 yards there. And it's a first down. Burrow under pressure. Go ahead, Joe. Massive hole that he exploits to take it into the end zone. Bengals down 17-14. They trail 20-14 at the half. Third quarter, they're down 9. Burrow, Chase. And they're chasing Chase. Gain of 26. Then Burrow. Chase. Let the band play neck. Shout to LSU. They had a big win on Saturday down in the Swamp. Bengals now trail by 5. Burrow under duress, and he is sacked rudely there. He had to kick a field goal to get within 2. About 2 minutes to go, and this ball is it out? Well, the Bengals thought maybe they scored a touchdown, but the play from Trey Hendrickson brings up 4th down. Saints punt it away, and that's a poor punt. Blake Gillikin visibly upset on the bench. And the Bengals take advantage immediately. Chase breaks a tackle, get off me, and he's gone. His second touchdown of the game. And in the blink of an eye, this thing goes sideways for the home team. Bengals didn't get the 2-pointer, but they did win by 4. Significant to some because though the Saints got on the other side of the 50, Dalton there sacked by B.J. Hill and Sam Hubbard. One last chance. Let it fly. And that's incomplete. Dalton was looking for a flag. There was none coming. And Joe Burrow back home in Louisiana. They get the victory. Still to come, Bill Belichick, another milestone in a remarkable coaching career. Thanks to a rookie quarterback. He's doing some things. Zappy out.
The chef's chicken sandwiches at Panera, freshly prepared with clean ingredients, spark an explosion of the senses. So when you finally taste it, it just confirms this is fantastic, and only at Panera. $1 delivery fee on our app.
Are you the one others rally around? Inspire soldiers to follow your lead. See your vision clearly, get there decisively. Explore more than 200 careers at GoArmy.com.
This season, Sling has the channel lineup to channel your college football.
He throws a deep one to the end zone.
So you can pray for the Hail Marys, catch the kick sixes,
On the way. The kick is short, and it's been picked up.
and when the game is on the line, you can witness every miracle. From the bowl games to the big games, stream the biggest games for less. Channel your football with Sling TV.